Good morning, friends. Welcome if you're new, or welcome back to my channel. So this morning we're gonna work in my budget planner. I have the Hobonichi Day Free. We did do a setup earlier in, I want to say it was in December. When did I do that? December 9th, I did that. So we set up this, we got all our bills in there. Technically, we're not into January yet, but because I get paid on the 1st, I got paid today. So we're going to get that set up, and I have to do a little clippy clip here. So I use the Boulder Bonds Hobonichi Cousins monthly kit, and I absolutely loved it. It is gorgeous. Love the colors. The only thing that has changed on here is I have two appointments, and I do need to fill in my Patreon. I can't remember what day that is. I'll have to put it on here after I'm done filming because I just thought of it. Actually, let me write that down so I don't forget. There's only one person that I follow on Patreon, and I think it's like $7.50 a month. But so let's get right into January. I'm not going to do too heavily on the planning, like on the decorating. But so this is where I'm going to actually use the Hobonichi Cousins because I do get them in my monthly Hubman and Chub Girls kits that I get every month. Well, it's still early, friends. It's like 5 something in the morning and I've been up since 3. I'm having such a hard time sleeping. But yeah, so we're going to get right into this. And then I had started putting these on my monthly. I'm still debating if I want to put these on the monthly or if I want to keep them for a different one. Because I have my my everyday or my everything planner. I have my budget planner. I have work and content, and then I have a health and wellness Sterling Ink Common Planner, which is supposed to be arriving Saturday. So we'll be getting that one set up too. So I'm debating on what I want to use, which one I want to use these in. I mean, I can always order more. So we're still thinking about that one. But yes, I'm not going to use all of these on here because this is supposed to be where I track my spending for the day. And I've been tracking it on this little sheet over here just until I get this set up. I don't like this down here. So what I think I'm going to do is I have, I think I have some blank pieces of paper in my Hobonichi Cousin from from 2025. I think I'm just going to cut it and glue it in here because I don't like that down there. Or I could put these guys down there. No, they're too big. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so let's just get our days on here. And I think, yep, they're good size. But I had gone through and did all of this prior to getting it set up. I just figured this would be easiest to keep track of my spending. I haven't really been keeping track of my spending the last couple of years, but I think it was 2019, I found the Budget Mom. And this is where I picked up this habit of tracking my budget and my spending, and it really helped me pay down a lot of my debt. And I have like, I want to say 7,000 something in debt in just my name. And then we have like, that's my personal debt. And then We have our mortgage, our vehicles, all those good things. So I want to get my debt paid off, my personal debt. And then I want to get the mortgage like paid down because I don't want to retire with a mortgage payment. And I think, so we got the mortgage. I'd be in my 70s with a mortgage because it's for 30 years. Well, I'd be in my 60s, my late 60s, but I don't want that because I don't want to be having to work a full-time job in my late 60s just to pay a mortgage. Okay, so today, Monday was the 29th. Write those in quick. $32, $33. Oh my God, what am I doing? Wow. See, I told you it was early, guys. Not gonna cover it? Nope. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna have to cut into this. Good Lord, what is wrong with me? Let's just do some. I told you it was early. Just having a moment there. Got that one. Let's get another one. Cover that up. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should have drank some coffee this morning. Well, at least you know I'm keeping it real. All right, and now we got to find a pink one. Get that 3 covered. All right, now I think I know how many days are in a month. Good Lord. Come on. There we go. All right. There. That was a moment and a half for me. I think we're going to put some of this washi down. It's really not going to cover anything down here. But that's okay. I may just end up dealing with it for now. I mean, it's not like I have anything going on down here. Actually, I think if anything, I will do where I cut the pieces out from the old Hobonichi and stick it down here, and then that way I can total up at what I spent. I will be writing how much I spent on bills, like on bills here and on like extra spending, groceries, gas, anything like that, even though we pay cash for that. But we will see what I do. But I do want to use up what I can, as I don't have an actual Hobonichi this year. So let's do, yeah, because they don't have a payday. So let's go with pink. And I'm just using the Paper Mate Ink Joy Gel 0.07. I like these. They dry fast on the Hubman and Chubb Girls sticker paper. It doesn't smear, nothing like that. Let's go Payday. Oh, snowplow's going by. Is it snowing out, I wonder? We do have a winter weather advisory until tomorrow. How fun. And then I'm just going to put my initial because I get paid on the opposite week of my husband, which is nice. So we get like a paycheck every week. Okay, so let's remove some of that sticky. I do have some Payday stickers. I'm going to have to find those because I'm all out on my cheat sheet. Okay, so what I'll probably do is I'll take whatever I want to use off from this. And I do want to use some of these because I only have like very few left. So I am going to use these. Why not? You know, if we have them, we have them. Let's just use them up. And what I think I'll do is I'll take this that's empty and I think I'll put it up front. Actually, you know what? Let's do it over here on the weekly. We're going to put it down here. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to take this guy and I think I'm going to put him at the front. Okay, so we'll put these ones away too. I don't need those anymore. So on Monday the 29th, we had ice, which, excuse me, I had mentioned that on Monday's plan with me for my everything planner. So I am going to put just a random sticker there because I did not spend anything on Monday because I did not leave the house. So we're just gonna put, let's go with purple. And honestly, I could probably use this kit for the whole month of January in this book because I don't plan on using this to track and write down everything that I spent. Like I'll actually write in this. But if I have a no spend day, then that's great. But like yesterday was Tuesday, so I did spend, I got my nails done. And I ordered something from Lail by Mail. I am going to do a year in review because I don't do the scrapbooking like I used to. So I am going to do the year in review. So, and I think over here, I'm going to put, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do no spend because I do have a goal of low buy this year. And I want to try and not be so frivolous with my money this year and save because I want to build up our savings and our emergency fund because you never know what could pop up. So on Tuesday, let's write that in pink. Actually, you know what? I have a pink, it's a zebra fountain pen. And I think we'll do the spend. I think we could use this. Actually, throw one of these guys right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these and put what I spent today. We have to use one of these bigger ones. And I'm not going to make you guys sit through me listing all of the bills I paid and everything like that. I kind of have it listed out in the next part that we're going to flip over to, because I haven't actually paid my bills yet, because I've paid some of them, but like my mortgage and stuff, I've already sent that in. But I will get this one done for yesterday. We did nails. And that was 55. Technically, this wasn't from this check, but that's okay. And then I did mail by mail, and I spent $33.51. And I think what I'll do is I'll add it all up and put it down here. So I'm not going to make you sit through me listing out all my bills there. That takes a minute to dry. And then I am doing a Walmart pickup order today, and I'm going to put that probably down here because I do have some bills I got to list up there for spent. And I did just write down how much I spent on groceries. What did I do with that? Oh, $189. And I budgeted $200. All right, we'll let that dry, and then we will move on to the back part. All right. Is it in the weeklies? Oh, too many. Okay. So each paycheck, we usually will take cash out, or not cash out, but I'll move money from each paycheck into our savings for our mortgage. And then, sorry, excuse me. And then I take money out for my husband's green truck. Because that payment's a little bit higher than what we want. So I actually gonna like white out some of these because I've changed the amounts that I'm gonna do. I have my cheat sheet over here. We don't have a payment for ELS. Let's write in. I had some commission in my check this week. And see, when I do get commissions, I try to put more into the savings. My, what do you call them? Oh my goodness, I forget what she calls them. And then we have truck savings. And we had 300 towards that. I kind of slacked on putting money towards that in the month of December. So we didn't have ELS. So we had the truck, we have Cricket, which I'm probably going to cancel my Cricket subscription because I'm not using it as much as I thought I would. I mean, it's only $10, but it's $10. So what's the point of paying it if you're not using it? And then I have some, you know, those pay in four things from Christmas. So I'm think I got like 3 or 4 of them paid off. I'm pretty sure Shop is paid off. And I'm pretty sure the PayPal ones are paid off now. Which honestly, I don't mind doing that because there's no interest on it and it's better than a freaking credit card. And sometimes it's like 20 bucks. When you don't have the money, it comes in handy sometimes. Not that I'm condoning spending a ton of it. Like, no, don't go and spend $1,000 and expect to only pay $20 every 2 weeks. But if it helps you out 1 week, then, you know, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. See, and this is why I shouldn't have pre-planned this. Because I'm actually going less on our gas because we have time off this week. And I actually have like 4 days off this week because we had like a snow day on Monday because we had all the ice. And then we're off tomorrow for New Year's Day. So I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm only working 3 days. So I don't need that $100 in gas this week. Yes, I have a truck. So it's a little bit more pricey on gas, but that's okay. I like it. I love the truck. All right. Let me pause you 1 second. Okay. My goodness. I had to find my mint. Getting dry. I got to go grab my calculator. I thought I had it out still, and apparently I didn't. Okay, so we got these. So we're going to do 60 for gas, for me, for my husband, and we're doing 200 in groceries. And then we got the pets. And then this I take to the bank with me after I figure out what I'm going to need. So let's do 60. We're not taking groceries out because this will look a lot neater next week because I'm not going to pre-plan that. And then with the truck, I only need to take $650 out because I have $300 in cash on me. Only because this payment is at a different local bank. So we need truck, $650. And then my husband's gas is going to be $60. We got pets. So what I like to do is, well, let's finish this. Okay, so we're going to do 100 sinking funds. That's what these are called, sinking funds. 200. And I've decided once I get all of the money saved for Vegas, this 200 is going to go towards my principal for the mortgage. We're going to do 50 here. And then our emergency fund, we're going to do 100. And then debt, we're going to do 100. Home debt, emergency, Vegas, car. And we're going to do 50 there. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's what I have. I have my little cheat sheet over here. And then up here we have 370. And then up here we have 27. Let me make sure I got this right, because on my cheat sheet I had it wrong for the truck payment. I had it $10 less. So it is actually $27.80 in bills. So I have $12.10 left. And then we have, let me make sure that's right. So this with savings is $3,990.82. So 339, whoops. Okay, minus 370. So it's 840. I don't do the whole 82 cents. So we got 840 left over. And then minus 600, so we'll have 240 left over in the check-in, and that's pretty much our cushion. Like there's money in there already, but I don't count that because that's our cushion in case it's needed. So then anything that we need cash for, I'll go down and put a C next to it so that I make sure and I get it and don't forget anything. And then I'll go through and I'll do the denominations that I'm gonna need. So I got the pets, I got the green truck, I got our gas, and then we got our savings. Home, we are doing 1. So whenever I have commissions, I will put more into our sinking fund. And I won't move any money over for our mortgage this pay period, only because we are paying the mortgage this pay period. And I know it looks bad, like that I'm planning a vacation when I have debt, but the way I see it is you live once, and whoops, I just spelled car wrong. And as long as I am working on paying it off, that's all that matters. And we buy a quarter of a cow every year, and that helps us tremendously throughout the year. Okay, so I gotta make these lines longer. Apparently I didn't feel like following that line. This one's super messy. Was I tired that day? Holy crap. Okay, so we're doing 60, so a 50 and a 10. And then for pets, I'm not sure if the chickens need feed. So we're gonna do 600 and a 50 for the truck. I'm gonna do a 50 and a 10 for my husband. 1, 1, 2. There. And then I just add them up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I feel like this is just the easiest way for me to do it. But then again, I had followed the Budget Mom since 2019. And I did have her budget book for all of those years up until, I want to say, last year, 2024. I want to say it was 2024. And then this year. where I was just doing it in a notebook, but still kind of following her way. But I was not tracking my spending. So this year I want to go back to tracking my spending. And so we got $14.20 there. I would just want to make sure it's correct when I add this up. I should have $14.40. Okay. $400 there. All right, what did I do? Oh, I'm a bonehead. Apparently I don't know how to add. That's only 40. Okay, so 14.20 is correct. But yeah, so I wasn't tracking my spending last year, and I need to do that this year. So then I take this guy, and when I go to the bank, I just give them this. And actually, my bank prefers this. I was talking to them one day, and I said, is it weird that I give you guys this teller slip? And they're like, no, we actually love it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because they'll ask you, how do you want your cash back? And most people are like, oh, I don't know. I don't care. But I like to have it broke down, and then that way I have the money the way that it needs to be to pay bills or to put into savings. Like, yeah, I'm taking the money out of the account for Vegas, and it will go back into the account when we go on the trip. This way, I'm not tempted to spend any of the money because it's so much easier to spend the money when it's in your account. So I'll just take this and I stick it to my withdrawal slip and send it up the tube and drive through. Where are my bills? My bills, where are you? So I have this, but I don't have enough room because I have my debt here, which we are paying. We're working on smallest to largest, but so if I take my Cricut out of here, like I canceled that, then I would have room for my my Patreon. So we'd paid this, and we're paying the truck today. We are paying TDS today. ELS was paid a week ago. Perfect. So that's about it, friends. We are not going to decorate these pages. They are just going to be a plain Jane type of thing. And then we'll keep going on. I don't think I did that for every page. No, I didn't. But I probably will continue to do that because it's so much easier just to write it down that way. And I don't think I'm going to stick this in here every week because it was kind of sticky. Left a residue. So I didn't like that. But every time I pay on our mortgage, I have a mortgage tracker, and it's in my Google Sheets, and it shows me what I have left on my mortgage. So, and if I put in an extra payment, it'll show me what I have left. So once I have a payment, like an extra payment, I want more than what my principal is. I want to have more than like $200 of my mortgage payment goes to the principal, which is absolutely crazy. So we want to get that paid down. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will try my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will find it. That's what I tell all of my home buyers. And give it a like if you liked it. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I got another one coming out on Friday and possibly Saturday with my Sterling Ink Common Planner. And I appreciate you spending your morning with me or your afternoon. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.